In this video, we're going to talk about the best way to find profitable online arbitrage products to sell on Amazon as a complete beginner. What tools you need, how I do it, how my online arbitrage business makes me over $20,000 in profit every single month. So if you're brand new, make sure to subscribe. I'm Miles. I'm a 24-year-old full-time online arbitrage seller. Done a couple million bucks in sales the last 12 months, gunning for 3 million in sales for this calendar year of 2022 and documenting the entire process on my channel. So I'm excited to share this video with you in terms of showing you how to find your first or next profitable online arbitrage product and how you can build the skill to get to the point where you can consistently pump out profitable products whenever you hop in a sourcing session on that. So thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description and let's get into it. The sourcing method we're going to be talking about in this video, and in my opinion, the best way to source products as a complete beginner or to find your first couple products is what's called reverse sourcing, basically. Reverse sourcing is exactly what it sounds like. Finding items, right? Finding sellers who we know are getting lots of sales and looking at what they're selling and then going out and looking for those items profitable. There's really two ways that I really like to source items. There's reverse sourcing and then there's manual sourcing. Manual sourcing being going through the sales sections of different websites and stuff like that. However, that's a lot more difficult because when you're manual sourcing, you're going to click through a bunch of junk if you don't already have a good idea of the type of item that does well on Amazon. Hint, hint, is typically the most basic colors of different stuff: black and white, white and black, gray, and the shoes and clothing niche like I like to do, and everything. But so it's going to be difficult to manual source if you don't already know what sells well on Amazon. How do you know what sells well on Amazon? You take a ton of time to look at what successful sellers are selling, i.e. reverse sourcing like this, basically. So you're going to need two tools to do this. You're going to need SellerAmp, which is over here on the right, here, which is a profit calculator, as well as we're going to use the storefront search feature. On that, it costs $17 a month, as well as down here is Keepa, the Keepa chart. So Keepa's $20 a month. You're going to need this as well. So nice and easy. You can get a free trial of SellerAmp right there. It costs total $37 a month for both. And could you do it without it? Yes. Would it be much, much harder and not make any sense? Yes. On it, basically what the Keepa chart does is it shows us how the product has performed for the duration that it's existed. So this specific item right here, which if we go, let's do like a size 7, for example. Right here, the current buy box, the buy box price is right here. You guys will hear me mention that. So the buy box price is basically like the buy it now option on Amazon. So that's that. And down here on the Keepa, we can see this pink line represents the buy box price. So we can see that on August 1st, the buy box price was $61. And then on October 12th or October 2nd and 3rd, like we can see here, the buy box price is $79.98 right here. Down here, this second chart is really the only what you want to focus on as well. So this top and bottom. There's a third one that shows up for some people. Somehow I got mine to go away. On that, the third one down here, or the second one, is the new offer count. So that's the competition. I'm going to take away the review count on here. So this is really all I'm worried about. I like to have third-party FBA selected as well, just because the more orange triangles there are, the quicker the item is selling. So I'm pretty focused on those, and we can see the competition over the last year. Couple things on competition. So I often get the question, how much competition is too much competition? It's more so about the trend of it, right? If it's been consistent that there's 20 sellers on it for 3 months, there's a good chance that price is going to be pretty stable. However, something like this, we can see that at August 1st, there were 31 sellers on it, and right now there's 9, and we can see it was $61 back then, and it's $80 now, and it's gone up pretty consistently since then. In terms of the grand scheme of things, that's an example that because the competition went down, naturally the price went up on stuff. Another way I like of measuring competition on here is you can scroll down within SellerAmp and go here and see the price action as well as the stock counts of the different sellers in the offers tab right here. So I like doing that and kind of seeing basically the floor an item needs to break through. Right here, so we can see there's 4 people priced at $79.98, $79.99, and then right above there, it hops right up to $90 on that. So we can see when was the last time this was $90. So it was back in May, briefly, the buy box was that high. So there's a good chance if for whatever reason these move quicker, it'll hop in there. So on top of the competition and price, you also need to know the demand on different items. This green right here is what's called the sales rank. So what does sales rank mean? Basically, Amazon sales rank is how well that product performs compared to the other products within this category. And we can see that changes all the time, changes intraday. Currently, this product for the entire listing is a BSR of 30K. I like the idea on stuff that has variations. This is the standards I hold for myself and students typically. If a product has variations, you want to stay under a 50K. And if it doesn't have variations, you want to stay under 100K on that. Why? If it has variations, because if it has variations, there's more ASINs basically. There's a couple different ones. There's a couple colors, there's a couple sizes, stuff like that. So each one's selling slower than if it was a listing for just a size 9.5 or just 6-ounce makeup thing or something like that, where there's less variation. So naturally that one thing is selling quicker. It's important to note the BSRs for the entire listing. However, the Keepa is for each individual variation, which is each individual size basically. On here, it's important to note, you need to know how quick are the different variations selling, which is comes from on here, Keepa, hopping in variations, and then scrolling over here to ratings and filtering top to bottom. Amazon doesn't tell us which variations sell the quickest, but they do tell us which of the variations have the highest reviews percentage right here. So that's why we filter top to bottom. I typically want to see either 1% or above, or if it's less than 1%, have at least 20 ratings or more. Typically, like this one's closed, 15, where like that would be fine. On a lot of the times, what I'll do when I'm going through Keep is I'll just filter by price right here, and then hop over, see these, so we can see a size 9 black anthracite is 4. There's only one offer, so we're probably not going to be able to find it on that. But if we literally, it's as simple as just going to Google right here, seeing what we can do on these guys, and we'd see not quite finding a match in terms of these. Another thing you can do within SellerAmp, this doesn't always work. You can always try copying the UPC right there, and then we can take this out of here. See what comes up right here. Okay, that UPC was absolutely not a match on that. Okay, so regardless of whether or not we can find this one profitable, which I would definitely look through some of the other ones as well, especially the higher priced ones in the different colors right here, like specifically like this one, for example. Take a look at that as well. This is the game, right? We're looking at Nike, Adidas items typically because those are items that I like to sell and that other resellers are selling. Because no one's wholesaling them. You need to have had a Nike brick and mortar store to get a wholesale account with them, and Adidas, stuff like that. Typically, it's very difficult. So everyone selling this is going to be doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, and there's a good chance of doing online arbitrage. And then right here, if we head over shopping, let's see here. Okay, not finding a match. Definitely get them off eBay right there, but yeah, not finding a match in terms of those on there. But the key is now, right, reverse sourcing. We're going to open up these sellers' catalogs right here and see what else they're carrying. Let's do one of those pink ones. There are a lot more people on the pink ones right there. So on that, damn, 96 for the size 9. That's nice right there. We could pay like 50 for those very happily on that, right? So we can open up these sellers. Typically, I'll just open up everyone that's FBA for the most part on that. And so now we're coming to their catalog, and we can see immediately, we can see the different brands they carry, the different categories they sell them, and stuff like that. So now we can go out and look for more items like this basically on that. So we can see it. Typically, I'll open up everyone that's FBA, not really worried about the review count on those, and then I'll filter down like Nike, Adidas, for example. So like in this side, we could filter to Adidas, for example, and now I can see all I'm focused on right now is the BSR. I'm not worried about the max cost, offers, buy box, keep, anything like that, because most of these listings have variations. So therefore, I don't want to disqualify a listing based off what one variation shows basically on that. It's like this 14K, I like that. Let's see, this seller's got a ton of Adidas right here as well. This t-shirt right there. So I'm literally just, I like clothing more than shoes, but we can just open up basically any of these right here. See, and now, right, you guys remember, we want to go down here, variations, find out which of the variations selling for the most and selling the quickest. Typically what I'll do is something where Amazon's on it. I'll come over here, Amazon, go to equals and go to no price on that. And now can go here and see that, okay, so this is actually selling for a lot as well, $40, right? So we can pay 20 for these. That'll be pretty profitable. You can see on the Keepa, the competition is so low. I like this a lot right here. Okay, 20 bucks. If these are a match, these are gonna end up being profitable. Right there, they sure look like it. Let's see if we got a size 8 on here. Okay, it says a 7. About rack room, special offer as well. What's the special offer right here? 20. Okay, unavailable for delivery. Okay, about a size 7. Oops. Yeah, see, 29. Ah, it's close. So the 7 or the 8 was selling for a lot more than the 7 right here. And we can see, so at 29, if we pay 20,
we're going to just about break even on that. But if we go to the year-long chart, we can see that back in July, for a brief period of time, it was 39 and even 40 back in June there briefly. So if it's selling at 38, then we're going to make a nice $8 profit a piece or $6 profit a piece on that. We'll keep moving. It is a volume game. You need to do this for a lot when you're new, because you're going to be terrible at it, as you should be, because it's not easy. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. But the good thing is you only have to learn it once. Then you get to a point where you can consistently pump out profitable stuff day in, day out on here. So filter by price, need at least 1% typically on that. Well, this has 61 ratings overall, 32 right here. Let's see what we can do. Really nice and consistent on that as well. And then, okay, let's see. This will be our first victory, I think, right here. So ROI is going to end up crazy too. Oh, out of stock. No wonder on that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, extra large. Extra large. They got everything. So we're paying $20 on these guys. Okay, 34. We're paying 20 on there. So not quite. What about any of these other sizes a little higher? Like the $35 range. $40. All right, there we go. So that's a winner right there. Yeah, this one FBM guy's just been chilling right up there on that no buy box right there. You want to try and see history right there. We are paying $20 right there. So that is a nice little example of a profitable item right there. And obviously you want to dig deeper, break down each specific one. But I just want to show you guys basically my thought process in terms of looking, right? It's finding BSRs that make sense, right? And then going out and looking for those profitably essentially on that right there. Okay, right here. See, so that had less than 1% ratings, if I remember correctly, but this listing's selling incredibly quick, so this is fine, because this, even if it has less than 1% ratings, it can be fine if a listing's like sub 5K rank on there. Okay, 65 pure form, it's close. 65, yeah, not quite on that, but definitely has potential there in terms of some of those other variations. Like all these, I'd be breaking down a lot more specific on that. So you can see this is expensive how right here. We'll take a look at this guy right here. Pretty consistent, 46. So if we can pay like 20, we'll have a nice little ROI on that. And yeah, so okay. There, it's a little different. Yeah, a little different. I was gonna say that would have been a very nice profitable item right there on that. So not quite on that. But yeah, so honestly, reverse sourcing, best way in my opinion to find profitable items, right? Filtering, it's really important to dive in on the filtering. You can start out on this item, start out on any Adidas or Nike item on that. Just make sure you're really diving into Keepa, taking time to understand it. And it's going to take you, like, you're going to have a really low hit rate at the start because you don't know coupons, you don't know how to read Keepa charts. You're going to stumble over a lot of stuff that would have been profitable or something like me, because I've gone through the process to be able to see stuff other people can't, as I built this over several years on stuff. So I hope this was helpful on that. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see. Check out my coach program as well if you're interested in working directly with me, and I hope you have a great day.